when it comes to this stimulus, ain't not nothing popping. So if you're looking for some unemployment, you're looking for some PPP, you're looking for that EIDL or some stimulus checks, some direct payments, just don't hold your breath. Ain't nothing popping. So let's just jump into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name is Jonathan Moore. I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and a creative entrepreneur. And I like to make videos like these for other creative entrepreneurs who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live. So if that sounds like something that you're into, feel free on checking out some of the other videos on my channel and even consider subscribing. So let's just jump right into it. We're talking about the stimulus, the updates, and all this stuff that's going on, which is basically a bunch of nothing but a bunch of lip service. So basically, the Washington Post just reported that Mitch McConnell, who is the majority leader in the Senate, has been going to Trump on the sly and telling him, hey, listen, it's not worth making a vote on this stimulus right now because that has the potential of messing up the judicial Senate hearing. So right now they're trying to confirm another judge to the Supreme Court, and they got these hearings going on, and basically they ain't trying to hear nothing about no stimulus because they want to get this judge put to the Supreme Court. Now, if you're just a regular person out there and you just trying to make ends meet, maybe you got a small business popping, maybe you hoping for some direct stimulus checks, maybe you still on unemployment and you looking for that boost to come back. What I'm going to tell you right now is just don't hold your breath, right? Because the way it's looking right now, you got the Democrats and the Republicans, and they both pointing fingers at each other. One saying that one is holding up the deal, the other one saying that the other is holding up the deal. First is the amount of money, then it's the language, then it's how they spending it. It's just all a bunch of lip service that they giving you. They keeping you holding on, but ain't nothing coming down the pipeline. So as you know, we are basically in a heated election cycle. This 2020 election is about to be big, and it doesn't matter who you're voting for. It doesn't matter if you're voting for Trump. It doesn't matter if you're voting for Biden. If you're just a regular person out there, you're trying to keep your business afloat, you're trying to make ends meet, you out here, you're trying to pay your rent, then basically you really just getting screwed, right? Because essentially these politicians who have the power to pass these laws and get this stimulus flowing into the economy are basically playing games, which in the end sucks for all of us who are just holding on, waiting to see if something's going to pop off. Now, at this point in time, we're about 2 weeks away from the election. So you're telling me that with the speed that government works at, they're going to have something jumping before the election? I don't think so. And now this puts us all in a precarious situation because think of it like this. If Trump doesn't win, right? It's not like he would lose and then that night he has to leave the White House. Nah, it don't work that way. He's going to be there until January. So if he were to lose, then what do you think the incentive would be for him to pass a stimulus where people are going to be getting money? According to CNBC and the Washington Post, apparently Mitch McConnell has been going to Trump on the low and telling him that, listen, if you had passed one of these stimulus bills, it should have been done a couple of months ago, right? Because now it's too late. Too many people have been voting. So essentially, think about it this way. If Trump was going to pass a stimulus, people would have been loving it. They would be like, oh, yeah, this is so great. Oh, money, we need it. You know, I was about to get kicked out of my house, but that $1,200 stimulus just came rolling on in. And let's not be naive here. We all know that if they were to pass this stimulus, regardless of what party it is, it doesn't matter if it's the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, they all would have been jockeying for votes. But it seems that we the people have started voting early. So what's even the point? What's the incentive now, right? You got these bigger businesses that are breathing down their neck, asking them for PPP 2.0. Which would be good for a lot of businesses out there, especially the small businesses, the independent contractors, the freelancers, the gig economy workers, because it would be putting some more money in their pocket, helping them keep their business afloat. But you also got to remember, that's just a small portion of the people. The regular people out there who are just working a 9-to-5 job, who might be on unemployment, looking to get that boost, looking to get that $1,200 stimulus, if they do a standalone bill and they pass the PPP, then essentially that don't give you nothing. Yeah, maybe you can go to your favorite restaurant for a couple more weeks, but what's that gonna do for you? It ain't getting you no $1,200. It ain't getting you no boosted unemployment, right? All they care about is playing their political games. They wanna do this judicial Senate hearing. They ain't trying to hear nothing about no stimulus. They'll come on TV and they'll tell you, yeah, you know, we talking about it, and oh, this person, they did that, and that person, they doing this, and we just can't get the language right, and then the numbers ain't right, and it's always something, some type of excuse that they got. If you were following this, then you know that they were on a 48-hour deadline, and they would have to do something by this time, so then by that time, and then by this time, and by election day, something could come out. But you know what I'm saying? There ain't no incentive because you already been voting. So now that you've been voting, they can't win your vote. They can't bribe you for your vote. They can't pay you off and get you to be like, oh, you know what? That person ain't that bad because in my time of need, they really came through. They didn't come through, and it's looking like, you know, the deal is already done. So it doesn't matter what side of the fence that you sit on, whether you on the right or whether you on the left or whether you somewhere in the middle, okay? This is what I'm thinking, and this is what I'm predicting. It looks like the only way you're going to get a stimulus this year is if Trump wins. Okay, if Trump wins, then yeah, maybe you'll get a stimulus, direct payment to the people. Now, this is to leave out the businesses because they're probably going to get something because they got power, they can lobby, they can go up there, they be all up in their ear like, listen, bro, you got to pass this. You know, my business is going to fail, yada, yada, yada. But if you just the average Joe Smo, okay, you just walking around trying to live your life, trying to make ends meet. If Trump don't win, it's looking like this year, you will not be getting the stimulus. Your only hope is that Biden wins because when Biden wins, okay, or if he wins, let me not say it like that, but if Biden were to win, then when he comes into office, the economy is already going to be all jacked up. So the only option that he's going to have is to pass massive stimulus and get that flowing into the economy. Now, how long you can hold on till next year? I mean, it ain't that long away. 2020 is almost over, but it's still a long way away if you out here trying to struggle and make ends meet. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news and I hate to seem pessimistic. And on some real for real, listen, there's a lot of stimulus videos getting made. I only made a couple of videos when something actually really happened, but I'm seeing them all the time. And the real deal is that ain't nothing happening. You don't even have to keep watching these videos until something actually happens. And the way that it's looking right now, there ain't gonna be nothing happening. Certainly not before election day. And if Trump were to lose, my prediction is just my own personal opinion, ain't nothing gonna happen by the end of this year because there's gonna be no incentive for anything to happen, sadly. So hopefully you guys are holding on. Hopefully you guys are staying strong. I know you wanna hear some good news, but right now it just ain't no good news coming down the pipeline. And I wish I had something to tell you. And if there is some good news, I'll be the first on here to let you know about the good news and give you some tools and resources on how you can attain these funds, whether it's for your business or whether it's just for yourself personally. So that's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful and not too upsetting. And for all my people out there who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live, this is your man, Jonathan Moore, and I'm signing out. Peace.